The dandelion doesn't stop growing because it's told that it's a weed. The dandelion doesn't care what others see. It says, you know, one day they're all going to be making wishes upon me. Well, good morning, my soapy friends. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Soap Chef here on this channel where we make all things with a rather good lather. What's happening here? Yes, that's what's happening. Oh, it feels so much better, y'all. I'm not kidding you. Wow, it was getting pretty bad. So I found a lady close to where I live, only 5 minutes away from my house, and she did exactly what I told her to do, and I'm very pleased. Lots of layers, short, just resting on the tops of the shoulders. It looks great, it feels great. I'm so thrilled. Thank goodness that's out of my way. My lips are so dry, y'all. Seriously, what is happening here? Holy cow. Thank God for my lip butter. I had some people ask me a question regarding my Inspired by series, if I'm going to be doing any creators and trying to replicate their soaps. I'm probably not going to be doing that. My reasoning behind it is, please don't get mad. I mean, soap is soap is soap, you know what I mean? There's really not too much that's complicated about it, with the exception of soap dough, because that stuff blows my mind. So I'm not going to be highlighting creators that primarily just do soap, because there's so much of that all over the place. So my intent on doing the Inspired by series is to highlight creators that help other people, that are willing and able and gracious and kind and offering. Not to say that the videos that are on YouTube with soap makers aren't that way. They are. I just didn't feel that it was necessary to try to replicate somebody else's soap. You know what I mean? Like, soap is soap is soap, you guys, to be honest. So I'd rather steer towards other products and highlight the other creators that way. So that's to answer that question. We're going to go over and do some more bath bomb mold demos today, because as we're printing them, I'd like to get those demos out of the way, so as people are purchasing these molds, they could go up, you know, quickly, or even before they purchase them, and see how easy and or hard it might be to mold and unmold those, to help them make their decision on whether or not they would like to purchase that. So I am going to go over there and do that, and while I'm over there, I'll show you guys the consistency of the bubble bath that we made, the hot process and the cold process bubble bath, inspired by Body Haven soaps. I did take a peek this morning and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'll show you guys that when we go over to Creation Station. I think that's it, right? So why don't we just go and get cooking? Okay friends, we are over here at Creation Station. We're going to get going on doing some bath bomb demos for the molds that we print. But before we do that, let's take a look, because I already peeked. I want to see what the viscosity is now of the two different types of bubble bath that we made on Monday. We tested them yesterday. I had to add a lot more water into the cold process formula, but let's take a look. Is it like really, really watery thin? Darlene did warn, don't be tempted to add a whole bunch of liquid, more water, because then it's going to get really, really thin. So let's take a look and see, because you guys saw how much water I had to add yesterday, right? So let's take a look. So here it is. Let's take a look. That's fantastic. That is a fantastic consistency for a bubble bath, in my opinion. And it's not all that much different than the hot process now. So we added a whole bunch of that water, the preserved water, It thinned it out enough so that it can be more like a bubble bath. Now, again, once you color this, the color isn't going to do anything. But once you put the scent in here, it's going to thin it out even more. So I would err on the side of caution, like Darlene suggested, as far as the amount of water that you put in here to thin this out. Don't be tempted to do too much. Again, once I put any type of a fragrance in here, that's going to thin out quite a bit. We didn't do anything else with the hot process method, and so that's exactly the same, but you can see the clarity. You can see how translucent that is. Again, once you add scent to this, it's going to thin out quite a bit, but now everything is a great consistency, in my opinion. So there you go, you guys. This was a great, fun recipe, easy to do. Again, you guys, check out the video that I just uploaded, and Darlene's information is linked below on both of the videos, on part 1 and part 2. So you can click on those links and go directly to her channel and recreate these 2 products. So let me just get these off to the side. Alrighty then, we are ready to get crack-a-lackin' over here. I have a different angle on the camera. I have a different angle on the light ring. You guys, please let me know in the comments below if this is better, worse, the same, whatever. I'm still struggling with the whole lighting situation. It's just going to be an ongoing thing. For those of you that have my bath bomb recipe, I did post this in the Discord for everybody. I'll let you know what the ingredients are here. So obviously I've got the baking soda. I use 3 different powdered surfactants. If you guys have watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I always work in trifectas, synergistically. That's just how I've always done it. So as Mr. Soap Chef would say, that's how you've always done it, that's how you're always gonna do it. Okay. Okay, calm down, sir. All right, so anyways, we have SLSA, SCI, SCS, cream of tartar, kaolin, cocoa butter, shea butter, polysorbate 80, my bomb spray, which is 70% witch hazel and 30% rubbing alcohol, and then my fragrance. Okay, the citric acid we add last. So how I mix everything is I put all of my surfactants, my powdered surfactants, down in there first, followed by the kaolin and the cream of tartar, and then I dump all of the baking soda on the top. So all that heavy baking soda sitting on the top minimizes the amount of dust and powder, as opposed to doing it the other way around and having your powder sitting on the top. You're going to get a lot more of that airborne. And so that's how I choose to do it. Put those down first, put all your other ingredients on the top and mix, and it will minimize, to a certain degree anyhow, the amount of airborne particles. Please always wear your mask. And then your citric acid, you add that last. To get this vibrant orange color, I used 2 teaspoons of number 6 Lake and 1 teaspoon of red 27 Lake, and that gave me this nice vibrant orange color. So let's just get to it, okay? We're just gonna go right ahead here. Now, I've never used any of these molds. We just printed all of these off. This is my first time using most of them, with the exception of the last 2. I have used those before, and we'll get to that in subsequent videos. But this is our little angel for our Christmas. All right, so we've got our top plunger, which is thick, and our shell, and then we have a bottom plate. Put your bottom plate on the bottom, obviously, and then you just encapsulate that with your shell, and then start filling. Give it a little bit of a shake. Now I am going to give a couple little presses where I think there may be some stress points. Shouldn't really be all too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. So what I do is I build that part up just a little bit, and then I take my finger and give a little push. Right in those corners where I think those might be stress points, might be prone to breaking. Just give us a small little push with your finger. Fill it all the way up to the top. Give it your shakes. Take your plunger. Is this glaring too much, the light ring, you guys? It looks like it's glaring too much. I'll try to fix it. Okay, plunger upside down, stick it on top of your mold. And now we're going to give some pushes and turn it as you're pushing, just to ensure a nice even molding all the way around. Give some taps around the outside shell. Taps on the top plunger. Turn it over, taps on the bottom plate. All right, now we're just going to push up with our plunger all the way up. You're going to put your fingers underneath and push up. Okay, we're going to just lift straight up and off with our bottom plate. Grab your cardboard, turn it over, straight up and off with our plunger. There's our beautiful Christmas angel. You can paint this however you'd like. That's cute. I like that one. That's really cute. Brand new. Just put that up on the site this morning. So I'm going to do each individual mold in its own individual video so that it will be easier to find. So if you would like to purchase this or any of the other molds that we offer, you can find those up on soap-chef.com.